Good morning everyone. Welcome to the Physics Mastergy class. Here is the GTM 6 paper with analysis. So today's paper is covered most of the questions from these topics: modern physics, thermodynamics, KTG and heat transfer, moving charges and magnetic effects of current. And next one is this work per energy. And next this properties of solids. So e particular concepts nunchi the most of the questions were covered, right? So let's go to the first question. The question is, in the relation P is equal to alpha by beta e power minus alpha z by k theta. P is the pressure, z is the distance, k is the Boltzmann constant and theta is the temperature. The dimensions of the beta will be. So generally, logarithmic functions, exponential functions and trigonometric functions are constants. So therefore they are dimensionless. So this alpha z by k theta should be constant. Nothing but that should be dimensionless. ఈ ఆల్ఫా జెడ్ బై కే థీటాకి డైమెన్షన్స్ ఏమీ ఉండకూడదు బికాస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఫంక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్పోనెన్షియల్. సో దిస్ షుడ్ బి కాన్స్టెంట్, రైట్? సో దేర్ఫోర్ దిస్ ఆల్ఫా జెడ్ ఈక్వల్ టు కే థీటా అవుతుంది. హియర్ దిస్ ఆల్ఫా ఈజ్ ఆల్ఫా ఓన్లీ కాన్స్టెంట్ బట్ జెడ్ ఈజ్ distance can be written as dimensional formula here will be equal to k. K is nothing but a Boltzmann constant. Since kinetic energy formula telusu kada, ee kinetic theory of gases nunchi kinetic energy can be written as half into kt or f by 2 into kt, f by 2 into k into t. Kinetic energy formula, since it is energy, m l square t power minus 2 will be equal to k. K can be written as a k only and t can be written as let me write as a theta, the dimensional formula. Therefore k is equal to m l square t power minus 2 by theta. That is the units of this Boltzmann constant, the dimension of the Boltzmann constant. So k into, in the place of k I can write as m l square t power minus 2 by theta, right, into theta here. Therefore this alpha into L will be equal to, what happens, this theta get cancelled. So that is m L square t power minus 2 అవుతుంది. So this EL కూడా cancel అయితే alpha equal to m L t power minus 2 అవుతుంది. ml t power minus 2 అనేది ఫోర్స్ యొక్క డైమెన్షన్. సో therefore this alpha is equal to force అవుతుంది, right? Now we have to find the dimensions of this beta. Right, so from here you could say, since this pressure is equal to alpha by beta, pressure can be written as force per area, right, will be equal to alpha is also force here by beta, right? ఇప్పుడు force cancel అయితే beta is equal to a అవుతుంది, where a is nothing but area. Therefore the dimensions of this beta can be written as m power 0 L square t power 0. That's the question number 1, right? And here for the next exam you have to carry forward this logic. The logic is, all the functions of this exponential, trigonometric and logarithmic functions are dimensionless or they are constant. So please keep this formula in mind for the next exam, or keep that logic in mind for the next exam, right? That's the question number 1. Next question number 2. In the shown mass pulley system, pulleys and springs are massless. The one end of the string is pulled by the force F equal to 2 mg. The acceleration of the block will be x meter per second square. Then the value of x will be, right? So this is the question. Now we are just pulling this thread with the force of 2 mg. సో ఈ థ్రెడ్ని 2 mgతో పుల్ చేస్తే ఈ వైర్లో టెన్షన్ క్రియేట్ అయింది, రైట్? ఈ వైర్లో టెన్షన్ క్రియేట్ అవుతుంది. దిస్ టెన్షన్ విల్ బి టీ హియర్ అండ్ టీ హియర్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ టీ హియర్, రైట్? అకార్డింగ్ టు ద పుల్లీ ట్రిక్, ఈ వైర్లో ఈ పైకి టెన్షన్ టీ అయితే అండ్ ఈ పైకి టీ అయితే కిందకి 2t అవుతుంది, అకార్డింగ్ టు దిస్ కన్స్ట్రైంట్స్ and a pulley trick. So therefore ఇది 2t అయితే ఇక్కడ కూడా టెన్షన్ 2T అవుతుంది. సిన్స్ దిస్ టెన్షన్ హియర్ విల్ బి ఈక్వల్ టు, ఇక్కడ టెన్షన్ T ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు 2mgకి ఈక్వల్ అవుతుంది. Therefore ఇప్పుడు ఈ బ్లాక్ మీద యాక్ట్ అయ్యే ఫోర్సెస్, ఇఫ్ యూ డ్రా ద ఫ్రీ బాడీ డయాగ్రామ్ ఆఫ్ దట్ బ్లాక్, సో దెర్ ఈస్ అ ఫోర్స్ ఇన్ అ 4 డైరెక్షన్. ఈ పైకి ఒక ఫోర్స్ యాక్ట్ అవుతుంది టెన్షన్, అండ్ కిందకి ఒక ఫోర్స్ యాక్ట్ అవుతుంది వెయిట్. వన్ సెకండ్. సో ఈ పైకి టెన్షన్ యాక్ట్ అవుతుంది, కిందకి వెయిట్ యాక్ట్ అవుతుంది, రైట్? The tension is how much? 2T. So T is 2mg. So therefore this tension is 4mg here and the weight is mg here. And ఈ రెండింటి యొక్క అన్బ్యాలెన్సింగ్ వల్ల ఈ బ్లాక్ పైకి యాక్సలరేట్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది with the acceleration of A, and it is having mass as a m, right? So therefore according to this NLM can be written as, so this can be written as 4mg minus 3mg is equal to ma, or else F net ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు m ఇంటూ ఏ అవుతుంది. ఇక్కడ F net అంటే ఈ రెండింటి యొక్క అన్బ్యాలెన్సింగ్ ఫోర్స్ తీసుకుంటాం. సో 3mg ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు m ఇంటూ ఏ, mm get cancel. Therefore this A ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు 30 meter per second square. So that is the next question, right? And what you have to carry forward here from this question, you need to carry forward this logic. This fully logic you need to be carry forward. And you have to keep this formula also in mind, that is F net is equal to m into A also. Clear? That is a question number 2. Question number 3. So this is the question from the current electricity. The potential difference between the points A and B is. So we have to find the potential difference or voltage difference between this point B ki point A ki madhyalo potential difference kanukovali. So this is the 8 ohms. One second. So this is 8 ohms. This is 8 ohms. This is 6 ohms, this is 4 ohm, and this is 3 ohm, right? And the battery voltage is 10 volt here. If it is 10 volt, ikkada ఈ ఎండ్ సైడ్ వోల్టేజ్ 0, ఇక్కడ వోల్టేజ్ కూడా 0 అవుతుంది, ఇక్కడ వోల్టేజ్ 0 అవుతుంది, ఇక్కడ వోల్టేజ్ 0 అవుతుంది, రైట్? అండ్ ఈ ఎండ్ దగ్గర వోల్టేజ్ 10 అవుతుంది, ఇక్కడ 10 అవుతుంది, ఇక్కడ కూడా 10 అవుతుంది, అండ్ ఇక్కడ కూడా వోల్టేజ్ 10 అవుతుంది, రైట్? ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏం చేయాలి అంటే వీ హ్యావ్ టు యూజ్ దిస్ వోల్టేజ్ డివిజన్ లాజిక్, రైట్? సో వోల్టేజ్ డివిజన్ లాజిక్ కెన్ బి రిటన్ as, for example, let me say here the resistor is R1 here, let's say this resistor is R2. So the voltage drop across this R1 can be written as, voltage drop across R1 will be equal to total voltage into that resistance by total resistance R1 plus R2. Right, so this is the voltage drop. Ikkada ee 8 ohms దగ్గర voltage drop ఎంత అవుతుంది, right? So voltage drop at 8 ohms can be written as total voltage is 10 into that resistance can be written as 8. R1 plus R2 will be nothing but 14 here, right? Therefore 10 into 8, which is nothing but 80 by 14. So this will be equal to 40 by 7. That is equal to 40 by 7, right? That will be equal to 40 by 7, clear? Which is equal to 40 by 7. Therefore that if it is a voltage drop here 40 by 7, now what is the voltage here, right? ఈ పాయింట్ దగ్గర వోల్టేజ్ ఎంత, బి పాయింట్ దగ్గర వోల్టేజ్ ఎంత, ఇక్కడ 40 by 7 డ్రాప్ అయితే 10లో ఇంకెంత మిగిలింది? సో 10 minus 40 by 7, 10 minus 40 by 7, right? So 10 7s are 70 minus 40, 30 by 7, clear? 30 by 7. So that is the voltage at B. That was the voltage at B. In the same case here also do the same, that is voltage division at 4 ohms. Voltage division or voltage drop at 4 ohms can be written as, so same again, total voltage into that resistance by what? By what? Total resistance is 7. Therefore voltage drop at 4 ohms will be equal to, again that will be also 40 by 7, right? 40 by 7. So therefore what is the voltage at this point here? Again the same logic, that is 10 low ఈ 10 నుంచి 40/7 డ్రాప్ అయితే హౌ మచ్ లెఫ్ట్ విల్ బి ఎట్ వోల్టేజ్ ఎట్ ఏ. ఈ పాయింట్ ఏ దగ్గర వోల్టేజ్ ఎంత ఉంటుంది సేమ్ దట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ 30/7 ఉంటుంది బికాస్ ఆఫ్ సేమ్ క్యాల్కులేషన్స్ అగైన్ 30/7. సో ఇక్కడ వోల్టేజ్ 30/7, బి దగ్గర వోల్టేజ్ 30/7, ఏ దగ్గర వోల్టేజ్ కూడా 30/7. దెర్ఫోర్ ఈ రెండింటి మధ్యలో వోల్టేజ్ డిఫరెన్స్ ఎంత అంటే 0. సో ఈ రెండింటి మధ్యలో వోల్టేజ్ డిఫరెన్స్ 0 అవుతుంది. దట్ ఈస్ ఆన్సర్. సో ప్లీజ్ కీప్ దిస్ ఫార్ములా forward for the next exam. This VR1 is equal to V total voltage into R1 by R1 plus R2, right? So that is from the current electricity. Let's move to the next question. So this is question from the solids. A wire of cross-sectional area A is stretched horizontally between the two clamps located at a distance of 12 meters from each other. A weight W is suspended from the midpoint of the wire. The strain produced in the wire, if the vertical distance through which the midpoint of the wire moves down by the x, where x is very very less than L will be, right? So here the distance is this distance. This distance is given as 2L according to the question. The distance is 2L and ikkada ee midpoint x distance kindaki move ayindi and this distance is x. So therefore now this distance can be written as, this can be written as L here, and this part will be L, right? ఇప్పుడు ఈ డిస్టెన్స్ ఎంత అవుతుంది? ఈ డిస్టెన్స్ అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ ఎల్ స్క్వేర్ ప్లస్ ఎక్స్ స్క్వేర్ అవుతుంది. ఈ డిస్టెన్స్ అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ ఎల్ స్క్వేర్ ప్లస్ ఎక్స్ స్క్వేర్ అవుతుంది బై ద పైథాగరస్ థియరం. అండ్ ఈ డిస్టెన్స్ కూడా అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ ఎల్ స్క్వేర్ ప్లస్ ఎక్స్ స్క్వేర్ అవుతుంది బై ద పైథాగరస్ థియరం, రైట్? నౌ ఇప్పుడు ఈ టోటల్ డిస్టెన్స్ ఎంత అవుతుంది? దిస్ టోటల్ డిస్టెన్స్, ఈ టోటల్ డిస్టెన్స్ ఎంత అవుతుంది? ద టోటల్ డిస్టెన్స్ ఆర్ దట్ ఫైనల్ డిస్టెన్స్ విల్ బి ఈక్వల్ టు ఎంత అవుతుంది? 2 అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ ఎల్ స్క్వేర్ ప్లస్ ఎక్స్ స్క్వేర్ అవుతుంది, రైట్? సో సిన్స్ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ స్ట్రెయిన్ కనుక్కోవాలి అంటే ఫార్ములా డెల్టా ఎల్ బై ఎల్, రైట్? వాట్ ద డెల్టా హియర్? డెల్టా ఎల్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఫైనల్ లెంత్ మైనస్ ఇనిషియల్ లెంత్, దట్ ఈస్ ఎల్ డాష్ మైనస్ 2 into L, where the 2 into L is initial length. Therefore this delta L is equal to L dash enter 2 under root of L square plus x square minus 2L, right? So to take out this under root of L square out, ఈ L square out ni బయటికి తీయండి, right? So now that will become L here. It will be like 1 plus x square by L square whole power 1 by 2 minus 2 into L. Now binomial equation use చేస్తే 2L, this will be like 1 plus 1 by 2 x square L square, right, minus 2L అవుతుంది. Now just divide this, right? So 2L plus 2L into 1 by 2 x square by L square minus 2L. ఈ 2L క్యాన్సిల్ అవుతుంది. సో అండ్ ఇక్కడ 2 కూడా క్యాన్సిల్ అవుతుంది, ఈ L క్యాన్సిల్ అవుతుంది. సో therefore this delta L is equal to x square by L అవుతుంది, రైట్? సో సిన్స్ స్ట్రెయిన్ ఫార్ములా దిస్ స్ట్రెయిన్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు డెల్టా L by L. సో డెల్టా L ఎంత? x square by L అండ్ ఒరిజినల్ లెంత్ ఎంత? 2L, రైట్? సో therefore this strain equal to x square by 2L square అవుతుంది. దట్ ఇస్ ఆన్సర్. Epsilon is equal to x square by 2L square అవుతుంది. దట్ ఈస్ ద ఆన్సర్ ఫర్ దిస్ క్వశ్చన్. సో వాట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు బీ క్యారీ ఫార్వర్డ్. సో గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాల్సిన ఫార్ములా ఏంటి? దట్ ఈస్ ఎప్సిలాన్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు డెల్టా ఎల్ బై ఎల్. క్లియర్? దట్ ఈస్ ఫ్రమ్ ద సాలిడ్స్. దిస్ ఈస్ ద నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ modern physics, that too from photoelectric effect. A metal surface is illuminated by the light of two different wavelengths, 248 nanometers and 310 nanometers. So the maximum speed of the photoelectrons corresponding to this wavelengths are mu1 and mu2. That means velocities are v1 and v2 respectively. If the ratio of v1 by v2 is nothing but 2:1 and Sc is equal to 1240 electron volt nanometer, the work function of this metal is nearly, right? So here the work function formula, or this Einstein equation, right? The Einstein equation, or the Einstein equation can be written as from the photoelectric effect, can be written as Hc by lambda equal to pi plus kinetic energy of into m into v square. Therefore you could say here of into m into v square is equal to hc by lambda minus pi, right? So here of into m, right, of into m into 2v whole square will be equal to hc can be written as a 1240 by, you could say which is nothing but 248 minus pi, right? And second equation can be written as of into m into v square is equal to this 1240 by, how much is it, 1240 by this one, how much is it, second one, which is nothing but 310 minus pi. So calculate this answer and just divide these two equations, you will get the answer, right? So this half m will be cancelled, v square will be cancelled, here it will be like 4 by 1, right, will be equal to, this can be written as 1240 by, how much is it, 248 minus pi by, how much is it, so 1240 by 310, just do this calculation, నేను చేసే టైం పడ్డది అందుకని minus pi, just do this calculation, you will get this answer very easily, right? So do this and please carry forward this question for the next exam, right? So please keep this Einstein equation for the next exam in your mind. Clear? So next one from the atoms. Consider a gas of hydrogen like ions in an excited state A. It emits photons having a wavelength equal to the wavelength of first line of the Lyman series together with photons of 5 other wavelengths. Find the principal quantum number of the state A, right? So let's say one second. Let's say this electron is here in an excited state. Now when it is de-exciting, it have a possibility that it may come to here, and from here to here it goes to here, or it can go from here to here, right? సో ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఫస్ట్ ఈ సెకండ్ ఆర్బిట్లోకి పడవచ్చు, రైట్? ఈ సెకండ్ ఆర్బిట్ నుంచి మళ్ళీ ఫస్ట్ ఆర్బిట్లోకి పడవచ్చు. లేదనుకుంటే దట్ కెన్ గోస్ డైరెక్ట్లీ టు ఫస్ట్ ఆర్బిట్, దట్ కెన్ బి ఎగ్జిటెడ్ డైరెక్ట్లీ గో టు ద ఫస్ట్ ఆర్బిట్, ఎలా అయినా పడవచ్చు. సో దర్ ఫోర్ అకార్డింగ్ టు దిస్ probability you could say the formula can be this n into n minus 1 by 2. So these number of possibilities are there, right? So now here it is this n into n minus 1 by 2 is given as, so this n into n minus 1 by 2 is equal to how much, is equal to, there is 1 here, there is 5 here, so this is ikkada 6 avutundi. So there is n into n minus 1 will be equal to 12 avutundi, and if I just multiply n square minus n will be equal to 12 avutundi. Therefore n square minus n minus 12 equal to 0, right? If I use this, if I simply calculate this, n equal to 4 avutundi. That is the answer for this question. So please carry forward this formula for the next exam, right? Next question. So this is the question from this work per energy. The question is, a block weighing 10 Newton travels down a smooth curved track AB joined to a rough horizontal surface. The rough surface has a friction coefficient of 0.20 with the block. If the block starts slipping on the track from a point of 1 meter above the horizontal surface, the distance it will move on the rough surface is. So this is the concept of conservation of energy. ఇక్కడ ఉన్నప్పుడు పొటెన్షియల్ ఎనర్జీ ఉంటుంది, ఇక్కడికి రీచ్ అయినప్పుడు ఆ పొటెన్షియల్ ఎనర్జీ అంతా కూడా కైనెటిక్ ఎనర్జీ కింద కన్వర్ట్ అవుతుంది. ఇప్పుడు ఈ కైనెటిక్ ఎనర్జీతో ఈ రఫ్ సర్ఫేస్ మీద కొంత డిస్టెన్స్ మూవ్ అవుతుంది, ఆ డిస్టెన్స్ ఎంతో మనం క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలి, రైట్? దట్స్ ద క్వశ్చన్. సో ఇక్కడ ఉన్నప్పుడు పొటెన్షియల్ ఎనర్జీ ఎంత ఉంటుంది, mgh ఉంటుంది. ఇక్కడికి వచ్చినప్పుడు కైనెటిక్ ఎనర్జీ ఎంత ఉంటుంది, హాఫ్ mv² ఉంటుంది. సో దిస్ పొటెన్షియల్, ఈ పొటెన్షియల్ ఎనర్జీ అంతా కూడా ఇక్కడున్న కైనెటిక్ ఎనర్జీ కింద కన్వర్ట్ అవుతుంది. సో దేర్ ఫోర్ mgh ఈక్వల్ టు హాఫ్ ఇంటూ m ఇంటూ v² అవుతుంది, రైట్? m క్యాన్సిల్ అవుతుంది. యూ కుడ్ సే దిస్ v ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఆర్ v² ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు 2 ఇంటూ g ఇంటూ h. సో దేర్ ఫోర్ దిస్ v² ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు, వాట్ ఇస్ దట్, 2 ఓన్లీ. వాట్ ఇస్ ద g, 10 ఇంటూ h ఈజ్ 1 ఓన్లీ, రైట్? దేర్ ఫోర్ దిస్ v² ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు 20 అవుతుంది. క్లియర్. ద v స్క్వేర్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ 20 అవుతుంది. ఇక్కడ వెలాసిటీ ఎంత, దిస్ v ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ 20. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఇక్కడికి మూవ్ అవ్వాలి, రైట్. ఇప్పుడు ఈ వెలాసిటీతో స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది, ఇక్కడ v ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ 20తో స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. సో therefore you could say the formula for kinematics v square minus u square is equal to 2 into a into s, right. సో దిస్ ఫైనల్ వెలాసిటీ 0, ఎందుకు అంటే ఫైనల్గా ఇది ఆగిపోతుంది, రైట్. సో మైనస్ యూ స్క్వేర్ ఈక్వల్ టు 2 into a is due to this friction which is nothing but minus mu g minus mu into g into s, right. So what is this u square value? 20, clear. Minus 20 will be equal to 2 minus mu into g. So 20 minus 20 into mu is how much? 0.2. Mu is 0.2 into s, right. So this minus 20 get cancelled. This s is equal to, right, what is s here? That can be written as a 5 meter. S will be equal to 5 meter avutundi. So that is the only one thing that you need to be understand. Hope that's clear for everybody. And what you need to be carry forward is this mgh is equal to half mv square, and this v square minus u square is equal to 2 into a into s. And there is a one more thing that you have to keep in mind. ఈ ఫ్రిక్షన్ వల్ల వచ్చే యాక్సలరేషన్ మ్యూ జీ ఎలా అయింది, లైక్ ఎఫ్ నెట్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఎమ్ ఇంటూ ఏ. ఎఫ్ నెట్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఎమ్ ఇంటూ ఏ అవుతుంది అకార్డింగ్ టు ద న్యూటన్ సెకండ్లా, రైట్. అండ్ ఇక్కడ ఫోర్స్ ఏంటి అంటే ఫ్రిక్షన్. సో దట్ ఫ్రిక్షన్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఎమ్ ఇంటూ ఏ అవుతుంది. అండ్ ఫ్రిక్షన్ క్యాన్ బి రిటన్ యాజ్ మ్యూ ఇంటూ ఎమ్ ఇంటూ జీ. ఇన్ దిస్ పర్టికులర్ కేస్ will be equal to m into a. that m get cancel అయితే అప్పుడు acceleration is equal to mu into g అవుతుంది, clear. So that is how we get this a is equal to mu into g, but that is opposing కాబట్టి మనకి ఇక్కడ నెగిటివ్ వస్తుంది, clear. So this is the question from the electromagnetic waves. The electric field part of an electromagnetic wave in a medium is represented by Ex is equal to 0, Ey is equal to 2.5 cos 2 pi into 10 power of 6 t minus pi into 10 power of minus 2 radians per meter into x, and this Ez is equal to 0. The wave is, we have to find the wave direction from this electric field wave equation, right. This particular term will indicate here it is moving along x-axis. The wave is moving along x-axis, right. The wave is moving along x-axis and this electric field is along the y-axis. So since if you remember this wave equation gurtununte, if you say that y is equal to a sin omega t minus k into x, right. Y is equal to a sin omega t minus kx. If there is a negative here, that is what is the meaning of it? If there is a negative, that is moving along positive x. If it is negative, that is moving along a positive x, right. And omega here, in the place of omega there is what is here. ఈ omega place లో ఏముంది ఇక్కడ? Omega is equal to 2 pi into 10 power 6 ఉంది, right. And omega can be written as a 2 pi f. Omega can be written as a 2 pi f. So therefore 2 pi into 10 power 6, and this 2 pi cancel అవుతుంది. Then f is equal to 10 power 6 hertz వస్తుంది, right. That is the frequency. And again this k place లో ఎంత ఉంది ఇక్కడ? This k is equal to pi into 10 power minus 2 ఉంది. K equal to 10 power minus 2 ఉంది. K can be written as a 2 pi by lambda will be equal to pi into 10 power minus 2, right. So ఈ pi cancel అవుతుంది. Then lambda is equal to 2 by 10 power minus 2 అవుతుంది. That can be written as lambda equal to 200 meters అవుతుంది, right. That is the answer for this question. So question is moving along x direction with the frequency of 10 power 6 hertz and the wavelength of 200 meters, right. You need to carry forward this logic, this one, and you have to keep this also in mind, that k is equal to 2 pi by lambda from the waves lesson, right. So that is the next question. Next question is from this magnetic field. The question is, a non-planar loop of conducting wire carrying a current I is placed as shown on the figure. Each of the straight sections of the loop is of a length of 2a. The magnetic field due to this loop at the point P, A, 0, A points in the direction of. So this will be act as a semi-finite, and this is semi-finite. This is e net wala. ఇప్పుడు ఈ వైర్ వల్ల ఎంతైతే మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్ వస్తుందో ఈ వైర్ వల్ల కూడా అంతే మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్ వస్తుంది, బట్ ఆ రెండు ఆపోజిట్లో ఉంటాయి. సో ఈ పాయింట్ దగ్గర కాబట్టి క్యాన్సర్. ద సేమ్ వే ఈ వైర్ వల్ల వచ్చే మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్, ఈ వైర్ వల్ల వచ్చే మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్ రెండు ఆ పాయింట్ దగ్గర క్యాన్సిల్ అవుతాయి. అండ్ ఈ వైర్ వల్ల వచ్చే మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్ అలాంగ్ ఎక్స్ యాక్సిస్ ఉంటే ఈ వైర్ వల్ల వచ్చే మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్ అలాంగ్ జెడ్ యాక్సిస్ ఉంటుంది. బట్ బోత్ ఆర్ ఎట్ సేమ్ డిస్టెన్స్ ఉండటం వల్ల రెండింటి వల్ల సేమ్ మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్ వచ్చింది. సో ఇక్కడ అదే రిప్రజెంట్ చేశాను నేను. ఈ వైర్ వల్ల వచ్చే మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్ బి ఉంటుంది అలాంగ్ ఎక్స్ యాక్సిస్, అండ్ ఈ వైర్ వల్ల వచ్చే మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్ బీనే ఉంటుంది అలాంగ్ జెడ్ యాక్సిస్. Therefore the net magnetic field can be written as, therefore the net magnetic field is this B net is equal to B of I cap plus K cap అవుతుంది. I cap plus K cap అవుతుంది. Here he asked only the direction, so ఇక్కడ డైరెక్షన్ ఒక్కటే అడిగాడు కాబట్టి you could easily solve this. You know, whenever there is a vector a bar is equal to its magnitude into this direction, right? You could say this direction a cap is equal to, you could say a bar by a, right? So you need to find out this unit vector only. Therefore you could say this unit vector of this I cap plus K cap can be written as, this can be written as a cap is equal to, vector is nothing but I cap plus K cap, right? I cap plus K cap, and magnitude is nothing but under root of 1 plus 1. So this magnitude 1 and this magnitude 1, therefore you could say this A cap is equal to 1 by root 2 I cap plus K cap. That is the answer for this question, right? Clear? So please carry forward this unit vector formula, this logic. Clear? So that's the answer for this question. Let's move to the next one, this one. And this question from this wave optics, the question is, a linear aperture whose width is 0.02 cm is placed immediately in front of a lens of focal length 60 cm. The aperture is illuminated normally by a parallel beam of wavelength 5 into 10 power minus 5 cm. The distance of the first dark band of the diffraction pattern from the center of the screen is, right? You know, this delta x is equal to d sin theta from the wave optics. This path reference will be equal to, between these two can be written delta x is equal to d sin theta, right? Since it is the first dark, this delta x will be equal to lambda by 2, and this d is in a wave, especially in a diffraction, this d is a by 2 into sin theta will be y by capital D, right? This 2 get cancelled. This y is equal to what? Y is equal to lambda into capital D by small a, where the small a is nothing but this width of this slit. So therefore this y is equal to, this lambda can be written as 5 into 10 power minus 5, right, into d, capital D. What is the capital D here? ఈ capital D ఈ మధ్యలో ఉన్న డిస్టెన్స్ ఈ లెన్స్ యొక్క ఫోకల్ లెన్స్ కి ఈక్వల్ అవుతుంది, రైట్? సో d can be written as 60 centimeter. So 60 into, here also it is centimeter, right? 5 into 10 power minus 5 into 10 power minus 2 into d can be written as 60 into 10 power minus 2 by, what is the a here? 0.02 centimeter. 0.02 centimeter. Clear? And solve this, you will get it as 0.15 వస్తుంది. So that's the answer, and you need to keep all these formulas in mind here regarding this diffraction. So this delta x is equal to d sin theta, this delta x is equal to d sin theta, and you have to keep in mind this d is equal to a by 2 అవుతుంది in a diffraction. That is only for a dark fringe అయితే a by 2 అవుతుంది, అదే bright అయితే this will be equal to 3a by 2 అవుతుంది. So please keep that also in mind. This d equal to, you need to keep in mind this d is equal to a by 2 అవుతుంది for the dark, and this d is equal to 3a by 2 అవుతుంది for the first bright, right? So please keep that in mind. Clear? Next one, this is a question from this transformers. A transformer is used for 100 watt 20 volt electric bulb at a place where the AC mains potential is 200 volt and the current drawn is 0.6 ampere. The efficiency of the transformer is nearly, right? So you know, efficiency of the transformer can be written as this eta is equal to power output by power input, right? That is efficiency formula. So ఇక్కడ power output is decided already, that is 100 watt, right? The power output is out 100 watt, and what is the power input? Power can be written as V into I. Power is equal to V into I, that will be like a input. So మనం దీన్ని కనెక్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు ఎంత కరెంట్ డ్రా చేస్తుంది, రైట్? అంత కరెంట్ డ్రా చేస్తుంది కాబట్టి పవర్ ఇన్పుట్ ఎంత అవుతుంది, ఎంత 200 ఇంటూ 0.6 అవుతుంది. 200 ఇంటూ 0.6 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు హౌ మచ్? 120 వాట్ అవుతుంది, రైట్? 120 వాట్. సో దేర్ ఫోర్ యూ కుడ్ సే దిస్ efficiency is equal to how much is it? 100 by 120 into 100, right? That is efficiency formula, into 100 to find out the percentage. Therefore this eta or efficiency is equal to 83.33% అవుతుంది. Clear? That is answer for this question. Question is easy, only efficiency formula. Next one, this is from the gravitation. A point P lies on the axis of a fixed ring of mass capital M and radius r at a distance 2r from its center O. A small particle starts from the P and reaches O under the gravitational attraction only. Its speed at O will be, right? So let's say this is starting from here, ఇక్కడ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది అండ్ ఇక్కడికి రీచ్ అవుతుంది, రైట్? సో ఈ పాయింట్ దగ్గర కైనెటిక్ ఎనర్జీ ఉంటుంది, ఇక్కడ కైనెటిక్ ఎనర్జీ ఉంటుంది, యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ద పొటెన్షియల్ ఎనర్జీ కూడా ఉంటుంది. ది సేమ్ వే ఇక్కడ కైనెటిక్ ఎనర్జీ ఉంటుంది, యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ పొటెన్షియల్ ఎనర్జీ కూడా ఉంటుంది, రైట్? సో ఇది ఇనీషియల్ కైనెటిక్ ఎనర్జీ, ఇనీషియల్ పొటెన్షియల్ ఎనర్జీ, final kinetic energy, final potential energy. So by using this conservation of energy theorem, you could say KEI plus UI will be equal to KEF plus UF, right? So initial kinetic energy 0 because that is starting from rest. So 0 plus, you could say this potential energy here minus G, or you could say, let me make it simple, M into potential at this point will be equal to this kinetic energy we don't know, of into M into V square plus, potential energy minus M into potential at this point, ఈ సెంటర్ దగ్గర ఉన్న పొటెన్షియల్ అవుతుంది. సో 0 minus M into potential at this point can be written as G, right? G into M by you could write as under root of r square plus x square. Therefore under root of r square is r square only, x square is nothing but 2r, therefore that will be equal to 4r square and will be equal to half into M into V square here minus M into this V at the center is Gm by r, right? That is the potential at the center formula, right? So if you bring this side, that will be like a plus. So therefore let me write here. So half into M into V square will be equal to, if I take out this G capital M small m by r out, so this will be equal to 1 minus under root of 1 by 5 అవుతుంది, right? So this small m get cancelled, therefore this V is equal to 2G capital M by r 1 minus 1 by under root of 5, right? Whole square, under root. This is the answer for this question, right? What you need to be keep here, ఈ క్వశ్చన్ నుంచి మనం క్యారీ ఫార్వర్డ్ చేయాల్సింది ఏంటి అంటే పొటెన్షియల్ ఫార్ములాస్, రైట్? ద పొటెన్షియల్ అట్ దిస్ పాయింట్ విల్ బి జిఎం బై అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ స్క్వేర్ ప్లస్ ఆర్ స్క్వేర్ అండ్ ద పొటెన్షియల్ హియర్ ఈస్ జిఎం బై ఆర్ మైనస్ జిఎం బై ఆర్. క్లియర్? సో దట్ ఈస్ ఫ్రమ్ ద గ్రావిటేషన్. నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్. A platinum wire has a resistance of 10 ohms at 0 degrees Celsius and 20 ohms at 273 degrees Celsius. Find the value of temperature coefficient of resistance. Right? Since the change in resistance, right, the change in resistance will depend upon two factors. One is initial resistance మీద బేస్ అవుతుంది and second factor is temperature మీద కూడా బేస్ అవుతుంది, delta T. If I write these two equations in a single equation, delta R is directly proportional to R into delta T అవుతుంది, right? So this delta R is how much? 20 minus 10, which is nothing but 10 ohms. Or to remove this proportionality, we keep a constant, delta R is equal to alpha into R into delta T, right? And delta R is how much? 20 minus 10, which is nothing but 10, will be equal to alpha, we don't know, R enta, ఈ 0 దగ్గర R ఎంత, ఇనిషియల్ R ఎంత, 10, right? 10 into delta T ఎంత, 273 degrees, right? So this 10 get cancelled, therefore this alpha is equal to 1 by 273. alpha equal to 1 by 273 degree Celsius universe. Clear? That is answer for this question. So please carry forward this formula for the next exam. Right? This delta R is equal to alpha into R into delta T. Carry forward it for the next exam. And the next question is from this diode circuits from the semiconductors. The question is, in the following circuits, reading in the ammeters A1 and A2 will be. So basically it is easy question, right? So have a look here. This is a 2 volt battery, and in negative terminal side voltage 0 ఉంటుంది. In negative terminal side voltage 0 ఉంటుంది, అండ్ ఈ పాజిటివ్ టెర్మినల్ సైడ్ వోల్టేజ్ 2 వోల్ట్ ఉంటుంది. అండ్ ఇప్పుడు ఈ పాయింట్ దగ్గర కూడా వోల్టేజ్ 2 ఉంటుంది, ఈ పాయింట్ దగ్గర వోల్టేజ్ 0 ఉంటుంది, రైట్? యూనో ఈ డయోడ్స్లో ఈ స్ట్రైట్ లైన్ విల్ ఇండికేట్స్ N type and this triangle will indicates a P type. So now N type is connected to high voltage and the P type is connected to this low voltage. So now it is in a reverse bias. The diode is in reverse bias, right? Ikkuna diode అనేది reverse bias లో ఉంది. Clear? Here the diode is in a reverse bias లో ఉంది. So reverse bias లో ఉంటే the current doesn't pass through it. Current దాని గుండా pass కాదు. Therefore the current due to this ampere 1 will be equal to 0, right? సో ఇప్పుడు ఈ సర్క్యూట్ పనిచేయట్లేదు అంటే ఓన్లీ ఈ సర్క్యూట్ మాత్రమే పనిచేస్తుంది. ఈ సర్క్యూట్లో దిస్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ ఈజ్ 10 అండ్ దిస్ వోల్టేజ్ ఈజ్ 2. therefore you could say current is equal to, or current in second ammeter will be equal to 2 by 10, that is equal to 0.2 ampere. Clear? That is equal to 0.2 ampere. So therefore the answers are 0 and 0.2 ampere. And what you have to carry forward from here is, this will be in a reverse bias. ఈ డయోడ్ రివర్స్ బయాస్లో ఉంది. దట్ కెన్ బి క్లారిఫైడ్ బై దిస్ వోల్టేజెస్. ఇక్కడ వోల్టేజ్ 2 వోల్ట్ ఉంది, ఇక్కడ వోల్టేజ్ 0 వోల్ట్ ఉంది. సో నెగిటివ్ టెర్మినల్ సైడ్, నెగిటివ్ ఎన్ టైప్ సైడ్, నాట్ నెగిటివ్ నాట్ పాజిటివ్, ఈ ఎన్ టైప్ సైడ్ హై వోల్టేజ్ ఉంది, పి సైడ్ లో వోల్టేజ్ ఉంది. therefore డయోడ్ రివర్స్ బయాస్లో ఉంది. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద ఓన్లీ వన్ థింగ్ దట్ నీడ్ టు బి కీప్ forward for the next exam, right? So this is the next question, that is from this heat transfer. There are 6 identical conducting rods are joined as shown in the figure, right? So points A and D are maintained at a temperature 200 degrees Celsius and 20 degrees Celsius respectively. The temperature of junction B will be. So ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఐడెంటికల్ రాడ్స్. సో ఇఫ్ దీని రెసిస్టెన్స్, దీని థర్మల్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ ఆర్ అయితే, దీని థర్మల్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ ఆర్ అయితే, 1 second, రైట్, సారీ, దీని థర్మల్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ ఆర్ అయితే దీని థర్మల్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ కూడా ఆర్ అవుతుంది, ఇది ఆర్ అవుతుంది, ఇది కూడా థర్మల్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ ఆర్ అవుతుంది, ఇది ఆర్ అవుతుంది, ఇది కూడా ఆర్ అవుతుంది, రైట్? ఈ రెండు సిరీస్లో ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి నెట్ 2R అవుతుంది. ఈ రెండు సిరీస్లో ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి నెట్ 2R అవుతుంది, రైట్? ఈ 2R మళ్ళీ ప్యారల్లో ఉంది. సో ఓవరాల్గా రెసిస్టెన్స్ ఆర్ అవుతుంది. సో therefore there are 3 రెసిస్టర్స్ హియర్. దిస్ ఈజ్ ఆర్, ఇది కూడా ఆర్, అండ్ ఇది కూడా ఆర్, రైట్? సో దిస్ ఈజ్ ఆర్ అండ్ ఇది కూడా ఆర్. ఇక్కడ సారీ, సో ఇక్కడ టెంపరేచర్ 200 ఉంది, ఇక్కడ టెంపరేచర్ 20 ఉంది. నౌ హీట్ త్రూ దిస్ resistors or this wire can be written as change in temperature by total resistance. Change in temperature is how much? 180. 200 minus 20 by resistance is how much? 3R. Therefore this one cancel. Therefore this heat is equal to, or heat current is equal to 60 by R, right? For example, ఇప్పుడు నేను ఈ పార్ట్ మాత్రం తీసుకుంటే, జస్ట్ ఈ పార్ట్ ఒక్కటే, ఈ రెసిస్టర్ ఒక్కటే కన్సిడర్ చేస్తే, ఈ రెసిస్టర్ని మాత్రమే కన్సిడర్ చేస్తే, ఇక్కడ టెంపరేచర్ 200 ఉంది, రైట్? అండ్ ఇక్కడ టెంపరేచర్, ఈ పాయింట్ ఏంటిది? B. ఇక్కడ టెంపరేచర్ ఎంత ఉందో తెలియదు T, అండ్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ ఎంత R, దీంట్లో పోతున్న హీట్ కరెంట్ ఎంత H. So again this heat current can be written as, here this heat current is equal to, again temperature difference 200 minus T by resistance is how much R. And since ఇవి సిరీస్లో ఉండడం వల్ల ఇవన్నిట్లలో సేమ్ కరెంట్ పోతూ ఉంటుంది. ఇక్కడ ఎంత కరెంట్ అయితే పోతుందో ఇక్కడ కూడా అంతే కరెంట్ పోతుంది, ఇక్కడ కూడా అంతే కరెంట్ పోతుంది. ఇక్కడ పోయే కరెంట్ ఎంత 60/R. Therefore 60/R is equal to 200 minus T/R. రైట్, ఈ R క్యాన్సిల్ అవుతుంది. Then T is equal to 140 అవుతుంది. That is answer. T equal to 140 అవుతుంది. That is the answer for this question. Right? So please keep this logic in mind. You can solve this kind of questions by this logic. Right? By using this Ohm's law logic. Clear? Next one. From this electrostatics, find out the electric potential due to a dipole of dipole moment P bar is equal to I cap plus root 3 j cap kept at a origin at a point of minus 1 comma under root of 3 comma 0. Take k is equal to 1/4 pi epsilon naught. Right? So since in order to solve this problem we need to keep this formula in mind. మనకు ఆ ఫార్ములా గుర్తుంటే ఓకే, లేకపోతే కష్టమే. రైట్, సో ద పొటెన్షియల్ ఫార్ములా ఈజ్ V ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ డైపోల్ వల్ల వచ్చే పొటెన్షియల్ ఎంత, KP cos theta by R square. V is equal to Kp cos theta by R square. This is the potential due to the dipole, right? And you could say this V is equal to, if I multiply both numerator and denominator with the R, so Kp cos theta into R by, you could say R cube here. Therefore this V is equal to, this can be written as K P bar dot R bar by, you could say this is nothing but R cube, where R is nothing but a magnitude of this vector, that position vector. So therefore you could say ఇది ఎంత అవుతుంది, V is equal to KK నే, this P can be written as I cap plus root 3 j cap dot R bar ఎంత minus I cap plus root 3 j cap, right, by this one. The modulus of this one or magnitude of this one, that can be written as under root of 1 square plus under root of 3 whole power cube. Right, whole power cube. Therefore this potential is equal to I cap dot I cap minus 1. This will be like 3 plus 3. Right. So paina minus 1 plus 3. Kinda this is 1 square plus 2 square, and this will be like 8. Therefore this V is equal to into K undi ikkada, right? So this will be V is equal to K by 4 అవుతుంది. V is equal to K by 4 అవుతుంది. That is the answer for this question. So please keep this logic for the next exam. Right? So please keep this formula for the next exam. V is equal to Kp cos theta by R square. That is the potential due to the dipole for the next exam. Right? So this is from this NLM. 250 grams ball strikes at the bat with a velocity of 10 meter per second and remains in contact up to 0.01 second. After then it returns with the same speed. Then find out force exerted by the ball on the bat. Right? So now let's say it is moving with the velocity V towards the wall, or sorry, towards the bat. After that it is returning with the velocity also towards the bat. Now you could say the change in momentum can be written as, right, both are having the same velocity, the change in momentum will be equal to 2mv. Of course there is a minus, that minus only indicates direction, so just take magnitude of it. Just take this delta P is equal to 2 into m into V. You know from the Newton's second law, F equal to, what is the formula, delta P by delta T, right? That is the force formula, delta P by delta T. Now the force is equal to, what is the delta P here, 2 into m into V. So what is the 2 only, what is the m, 250 grams. So 250 into 10 power minus 3 into, what is the velocity, 10 by, what is the time here, 0.01, can be written as 1 by 100. Right? So this one, everything will be cancelled. Therefore this F is equal to 500 అవుతుంది. That is the 500 Newton force. That is the answer for this question. So please keep these logics in mind for the next exam. Almost అందరూ చేస్తుంటారు, right? But if anybody చేయకపోతే please keep it in mind. Next one. This is from the two-dimensional motion of kinematics involving this rotational motion, right? The question is, a particle of mass m is projected with a velocity v, making an angle of 45 with the horizontal. The magnitude of the angular momentum of the projectile about the point of projection when the particle is at maximum height, right? So let's say this is the maximum height here. This one is the maximum height. Now this one is it here. So this particle is here. This particle is here, that will have velocity like this, right? So at this maximum height, the velocity is how much? At the maximum height, the velocity is v cos theta only. At the maximum height, the velocity will be only v cos theta only, right? At maximum height, this vertical velocity will be 0. There is only horizontal velocity, right? If you want to find out this point, the angular momentum about this point can be written as, so this velocity into this perpendicular distance. Therefore, angular momentum about this O can be written as velocity into perpendicular distance. So, perpendicular distance is how much? H, right? Clear? So, you could say this H into velocity or momentum, right? M into V into cos theta, right? M into V into cos theta. Therefore, this L naught or L angular momentum about this O can be written as, H can be written as what? V square sin square theta by 2G. V square sin square theta by 2 into G into M into V into cos theta, right? Cos theta. Substitute all the values. So this L naught is equal to V square is V square only. This can be written as 4G, right? This can be written as a 4G here, and this can be written as M into V into cos theta can be written as 1 by root 2. Therefore, this angular momentum about O can be written as m VQ by 4 under root 2 into G. That is the answer for this. Clear? So, that is what you have to carry forward is this one. The angular momentum about the point O. Sorry. Clear? And you have to keep this formula also in the mind. This one, V square sin square theta by 2 into G. Clear? That's all about this question. Next one, this one. A gas is filled in a rigid container at a pressure P0. If the mass of each molecule is offered keeping the total number of molecules same and their RMS speed is doubled, then find the pressure is. So this is the question from the KTG. In a KTG, the pressure exerted by the gas on the walls is P equal to 1 by 3, right? Rho into V RMS square. This is the pressure exerted by the gas on the walls. So therefore, this can be written as P is equal to 1 by 3. This rho can be written as total mass by volume. So total mass by volume here into V square RMS, right? So therefore, you could say this P is directly proportional to here the number of molecules kept constant, and this P is directly proportional to M as well as the V RMS square because the volume is also fixed, right? Therefore, you could say P2 by P1 is equal to M2 by M1 into V2 RMS or V2 by V1, right? So substitute all the values, you will get it. So therefore, this P2 by P1 is equal to M2 is the mass is how much? Mass is of. Therefore, you could say this is M by 2 into M here, right? Into the velocity is doubled, so 2 V by V only, right? Now that's going to be P, I think. 1 second. It's square, right? So 2 square, nothing but 4. Here it is. So this is 4V by V. So this one will cancel, this one is cancel, it is cancel. Therefore, this P2 is equal to 2P0. P2 equal to 2P0, that is the answer for this question. Clear? So please keep this formula in mind for the next exam, right? Next question. The self-inductance of a choke coil is 10 millihenry when it is connected with the 10 volt DC source. Then the loss of power is 20 watt. When it is connected with the 10 volt AC source, the loss of power is 10 watt. The frequency of AC source will be x edges the value of x. So there is a choke coil, and this choke coil is connected. One is for a DC, the general battery, other one is for AC, that alternating voltage, right? So choke coil is nothing but LR circuit, so please keep that in mind. Choke coil is LR circuit. So this is the R and this is L, and this is R, this is L, right? So if you connect this DC here, మనం DC source connect చేస్తే this inductor doesn't work. So therefore ఈ voltage అంతా కూడా ఈ పవర్ అంతా కూడా నీకు ఎక్కడే డ్రాప్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. You could say from here this power is equal to formula, basic formula, power is equal to V square by R, right? Therefore you could say this R is equal to V square by P. V square by P here, right? You can directly get this R here, and here in this ikkada you could say this power is equal to AC low. Power is equal to, you could say it is nothing but VRMS square, VRMS into IRMS into cos pi, VRMS into IRMS into cos pi here, and you could say this P is equal to VRMS is VRMS here into this IRMS can be written as VRMS by Z, right? VRMS by Z, and again this cos pi can be written as R by Z if it is RL circuit, right? Now this power here can be written as P is equal to, you could say V square RMS into R by Z, right? Clear? Now find the resistance from here and substitute here, or you will get this Z value here. Z is equal to, what is the Z here? You will get Z from here, you will get R from here. Ikkada R vachudi, substitute here, you will get Z here. That Z is equal to under root of R square plus XL square, right? And this XL can be written, XL is equal to 2 pi into F. Therefore ikkada XL vachudi, XL nunchi you can find out this frequency. So please do these calculations, right? If you didn't get the answer, you can comment, I will post it again in a community. Clear? So next, move to the next question. This is the next question. The magnetic field of strength 1 Tesla is produced by a strong electromagnet in a cylindrical region of diameter 4 cm as shown in the figure. A wire carrying a current of 2 ampere is placed perpendicular to the field and intersecting the axis of the cylindrical region. Find the magnitude of the force acting on the wire is. So here in this particular question, so this is the south pole, this is the north pole, right? There is a magnetic field in this region from this north pole to the south pole, right? One second. There is a magnetic field here in this upward direction like this from north pole to the south pole like this, right? So what is that magnetic field? 1 Tesla, and this 1 Tesla will apply the force on this, right? Clear? So now one second, let me draw the diagram. There is a magnetic field here. There is a magnetic field here like this. There is a magnetic field here like this in upward direction, and there is a current wire. The current wire is like this, right? There is a current wire. The current wire is like this. Clear? So now let's say this is the diameter region. So this wire is only up to here only, right? This is a cylinder. అంటే ఈ వైర్ మాత్రమే, ఈ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ వైర్ మాత్రమే నీకు మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్లో ఉంది, రైట్? ఇప్పుడున్న మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్ ఏం చేస్తుంది అంటే ఇక్కడ ఫోర్స్ అప్లై చేస్తుంది. దిస్ మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్ విల్ అప్లై ఫోర్స్ ఆన్ దిస్ వైర్, దిస్ ఈ రీజన్ మాత్రమే. వాట్ ఇస్ ద రీజన్? డయామీటర్. Therefore you could say this force is equal to I into L into B, if you remember the formula. And this force is equal to, what is the current? Current is 2 amperes. And what is the length here? What is the length? Can be written as diameter. Diameter is nothing but 4 into 10 to the power minus 2, right? That is the diameter, into B is 1. Therefore you could say this F is equal to 8 into 10 to the power minus 2 Newton. It is the force acting on it. Therefore the answer is 8. Clear? That is the only answer for this question. You can easily do that. So please keep that formula for the next exam in your mind, right? Next one. So two batteries of EMF 4 volt and 8 volt with an internal resistance 1 ohm and 2 ohm are connected in circuit with a resistance of 9 ohms as shown in the figure. The potential difference between the points P and Q is, so this is a point P and this is a point Q, right? So this is a point P and this is a point Q, and this is the voltage, this is the resistance of 1 ohm, this is the resistance of 2 ohm, this is the resistance of battery 4 volt, this is a battery 8 volt, and there is a external resistor here. So now these two batteries are connected in a series. These two batteries are connected in a series, but the polarities are reversed, therefore the net voltage is 4 only. Here the net voltage is 4 only. This 4 and this 8, they both are connected in series but in opposite direction. So 4 only. Therefore here it is only 4 and these two are in series. So 1, 2, 3 and this is 9, 12. Therefore the current passing through this can be written as circuit can be written as net voltage. Net voltage is how much? 4, right? 4 by what is the net resistance? 1, 2, 9, which is nothing but 12. Therefore, this current passing through this circuit will be equal to 1 by 3 amperes. Clear? That is the one logic. And now it will move like this from high voltage battery nunchi move ayyidi. The current will move like this. Right? This circuit మొత్తంలో current ఇలా పోతా ఉంటుంది. So the current is passing like this. Current is passing, current is passing, current is passing like this. Clear? So therefore, if you say Vp minus Vq here, now look at this, Vp minus Vq from here to here. So ikkada voltage Vp, ikkada voltage Vp, and ikkadiki vachepatiki voltage drop ayyidi, right? Because current ela vastundi, drop avadu, perigiddi. Current towards left move అవుతుంది. కరెంట్ టువర్డ్స్ లెఫ్ట్ మూవ్ అవుతుంది అంటే క్యూ దగ్గర హై వోల్టేజ్ ఉన్నట్టు, పీ దగ్గర లో వోల్టేజ్ ఉన్నట్టు. సో మనం ఇటు సైడ్ పోతూ ఉంటే వోల్టేజ్ పెరుగుతూ ఉండాలి. రైట్కి వెళ్తున్న కొద్దిగా వోల్టేజ్ పెరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది, బికాస్ పీ ఈజ్ హ్యావింగ్ అ లో వోల్టేజ్, క్యూ ఈజ్ హ్యావింగ్ అ హై వోల్టేజ్. అది ఎలా చెప్తాము అంటే బై యూజింగ్ అ కరెంట్ డైరెక్షన్. కరెంట్ విల్ ఆల్వేస్ మూవ్ ఫ్రమ్ హై వోల్టేజ్ టు లో వోల్టేజ్. సో క్యూ దగ్గర వోల్టేజ్ హై ఉంటుంది, పీ దగ్గర వోల్టేజ్ లో ఉంటుంది. సో ఇక్కడ లో ఉంటుంది, ఇక్కడ హై ఉంటుంది. Therefore you could say Vp minus Vq, right? Or else voltage at P is Vp, right? సో ఇటు సైడ్కి వెళ్తే వోల్టేజ్ పెరుగుతుంది. ఎంత పెరిగింది అంటే ఇంత. సో 1 into I, రైట్? సో 1 into I is nothing but 1 into I is nothing but 1 by 3 పెరిగింది కాబట్టి ప్లస్. సో ఇఫ్ యూ మూవ్ ఫ్రమ్ నెగిటివ్ టు పాజిటివ్, వోల్టేజ్ విల్ ఇంక్రీజ్. సో ప్లస్ 4 minus 8 plus 2 by 3 is equal to Vq, right? So 1 by 3, 2 by 3 is nothing but 1, right? It is nothing but 1. Therefore you could say Vp minus Vq equal to 4. Is that? 1 second. 114 is equal to 3, I think. Right? Vp minus Vq is equal to 3. Vp minus Vq equal to 3. Right? That's answer for this. Check it once. 1 by 3, 2 by 3. It is 1 only. 1 plus 4, 5 minus 3. Minus 3. Vp minus Vq is equal to 3. Right? So that's the answer for this question. Right? Next one. So in a hydrogen-like atom, electron makes transition from an energy level with a quantum number n to another with a quantum number this n minus 1. If n is very greater than 1, the frequency of the radiation. So this is the direct question from these atoms. You know, de-excitation happens. There is an energy. That energy will be equal to what? Energy is equal to the change in energy, or delta E is equal to minus 13.6. Minus 13.6 into z square. You could say 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. 1 by n1 square is nothing but ekkadiki padutundi ani. సో ఎక్కడికి పడుతుంది? n మైనస్ 1కి పడుతుంది. సో n మైనస్ 1 హోల్ స్క్వేర్ మైనస్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి పడుతుంది? 1 by n స్క్వేర్ నుంచి పడుతుంది. సో ప్లీజ్ డూ దిస్ క్యాల్కులేషన్, యూ విల్ గెట్ ద ఆన్సర్. సో యూ విల్ ఈజీలీ గెట్ ద ఆన్సర్. జస్ట్ డూ దిస్ ఒడిసా ఎల్సిఎం కనుక్కోండి, యూ విల్ గెట్ ఇట్, రైట్? నెక్స్ట్ వన్, దిస్ క్వశ్చన్ ఈజ్ లాజికల్ అండ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఆల్సో. So 3 blocks A, B and C, each of mass 4 kg are attached as shown in the figure. Both the wires have equal cross sections, area of 5 into 10 power of minus 7 meter square. The surface is smooth. If the longitudinal strain in wire 2 is x by 3 into 10 power of minus 4, then x will be. So ee wire lo longitudinal strain enta unte, we have to find the longitudinal strain here in the we have to find x. ఈ వైర్లో లాంగిట్యూడినల్ స్ట్రైన్ కనుక్కోవాలి. దాన్ని బట్టి నువ్వు x వాల్యూని క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలి. right? Clear? It is combination of both NLM as well as this mechanical properties of solids. Let me solve the question. Now the logic is that, right, ఇప్పుడు ఇవి యాక్సిలేట్ అవుతూ ఉంటాయి, ఈ బ్లాక్స్ అన్ని యాక్సిలేట్ అవుతూ ఉంటాయి బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ అన్బ్యాలెన్స్డ్ వెయిట్ వల్ల, రైట్? నౌ యూ కుడ్ సే దిస్ యాక్సిలరేషన్ ఏ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు అన్బ్యాలెన్స్డ్ ఫోర్స్, లేకపోతే అకార్డింగ్ టు న్యూటన్ సెకండ్ లా ఎఫ్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఆర్ ఎఫ్ నాట్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఎమ్ ఇంటూ ఏ అవుతుంది, రైట్? ఇక్కడ ఎఫ్ నెట్ ఎంత అంటే ఈ వెయిట్ రెండు ఆల్రెడీ బ్యాలెన్స్ అయి ఉంటాయి, ఈ వెయిట్ ఒకటే బ్యాలెన్స్ అయి ఉండదు. సో ఈ వెయిట్ ఎంత 40, ఈ వెయిట్ ఎంత 40, దట్ 40 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్, ఈ 40 వల్ల ఈ మూవ్ అవుతూ ఉంటాయి, ఇది 4 దర్ ఫోర్ ద టోటల్ మాస్ ఈజ్ 12 ఇంటూ ఏ, రైట్? సో ఏ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు 40/12, right? If you cancel this 3 table, that will be nothing but 10/3, right? That A is equal to 10/3. A equal to 10/3. 10/3 meter per second అవుతుంది, రైట్? యాక్సలేషన్ ఇంత యాక్సలేషన్తో పోతూ ఉంటాయి మూడు. దీని యాక్సలేషన్ అన్నీ కూడా 10/3నే ఉంటాయి. ఇఫ్ యూ లుక్ ఎట్ ద ఫ్రీ బాడీ డయాగ్రామ్ ఆఫ్ ఏ, దిస్ ఫ్రీ బాడీ డయాగ్రామ్ మీద యాక్ట్ అయ్యేది ఒకటే ఒక ఫోర్స్. ఏంటి ఆ ఫోర్స్? టెన్షన్, రైట్? A free body may act as only one force, tension. What is the tension here? We don't know this tension. Let it be like a T1, and it is moving with acceleration of 10/3. It is moving with an acceleration of 10/3 the both. The 10/3 the both and raising our this T1. Therefore, according to Newton's second law, T1 is equal to 4 into 10/3 అవుతుంది. 4 into 10/3 అవుతుంది. Therefore, this tension is equal to 40/3 అవుతుంది, right? This tension is equal to 40/3 అవుతుంది. Here it is, tension is equal to 40/3 here, right? This is the tension T1. One second. So here this is the tension T1, and you have to calculate this tension T2 also. So now if you draw the free body diagram for this block B, now what happens here? Now there are two forces acting on this block. ఈ బ్లాక్ మీద టూ ఫోర్సెస్ యాక్ట్ అవుతున్నాయి, ఒకటి T2, ఇంకొకటి T1, రైట్? దిస్ ఈజ్ మూవింగ్ టువర్డ్స్ అర్ రైట్ విత్ అన్ యాక్సలరేషన్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ వన్. ఇట్ ఈస్ మూవింగ్ టువర్డ్స్ అర్ రైట్ విత్ అన్ యాక్సలరేషన్ ఆఫ్ 10/3, రైట్? 1 second. 10/3. So this is T2 here, this is T1 here, and you know T1 can be written as a 40/3. T1 can be written as a 40/3, and here this value is how much? This mass is how much? This mass is 4 only, right? The mass is 4 only, and it is having acceleration of this much 10/3. It is acceleration of 10/3 only, right? From this you could say T2 minus 40/3. T2 minus 40/3, or else you could say this T2 is equal to, what is this T2? T2 is equal to 10/3 plus 40/3. 10/3 plus 40/3, this will be equal to 50/3, right? That is that 50/3. Now we could directly say here, right, like you have to find out a epsilon here, right? So stress is equal to, or before that Young's modulus is equal to stress by strain. Young's modulus can be written as equal to stress by strain. Strain equal to stress by Young's modulus, right? This strain is equal to stress can be written as the force per area. Therefore you could say force per area, Y into area. What is the force here? 50/3, right? 50/3 into area is how much? This much, 5 into 10⁻⁻7, right? So please you do this calculation. So this epsilon is equal to force per area into Young's modulus. So please do this calculation, you will get the answer, right? Clear? So the question is important. It is involving both this NLM as well as the solids. The last question. A luminous point object is moving along the principal axis of a concave mirror of focal length of 12 cm towards it. When its distance from the mirror is 20 cm, its velocity is 4 cm per second. The speed of the image is, speed of image can be written as from mirror's concept. From the mirror's concept, velocity of image can be written as velocity of image is equal to m square into velocity of object, where this m is nothing but magnification, and magnification can be written as m is equal to f by f minus u. You could say f by f minus u, that is the magnification formula. Therefore velocity of image is equal to F by F minus U whole square, you have to apply the sign convention, whole square into velocity of object. What is the velocity of object? It is nothing but 4 centimeter per second. So please do this calculation, you will get answer, right? So that's the end of this paper. If you have any doubt, you can comment, right? Thank you.